Yo, what is up? So, this one's gonna be short. Can't even say it's gonna be sweet, cause we're gonna be talking about the 2022 XXL Freshman list. Now, what we're looking at right now is a shout out to my boy Hip Hop Numbers on the IG. We've DM'd each other a couple times. He probably don't, you won't see his video. He sees my comments, but he'll probably never realize. But if he comes across this video, makes the realization, then that's pretty badass. But a guy who I take pretty serious, puts the best objective content in the game by far. If you don't follow this man, you're missing out. But you know, he went ahead and compiled the list of the XXL freshmen and put them in order of monthly Spotify listeners. As we know, Spotify is the biggest streaming service, so it's the biggest music listening service, assuming that the music market is the biggest it's ever been in history. Okay. So, I just want to say my notes on this list. I actually probably should make a video going over how I listen to music and all that. I'm not the guy to listen to music when it's brand new and all that. Like, haven't listened to the new Kendrick album. I kind of talked about this during my Rolling Stones video, but I think you guys get the point that, I take my time. The newest album I've heard that, like, when it dropped, I listened to within the first week of release on purpose, like, was the Off Season by J. Cole. It's probably a little over a year ago. But I'm gonna get into this list, give some quick thoughts. Um, so instead of tackling this list by monthly listeners, which wouldn't be such a bad idea, but I really don't know them, so I'm just gonna tackle them by what I do know. First, we'll start with who I don't know. Now, this is actually hilarious, but it's kind of bad on Rap's behalf, but we're not gonna point any fingers, and this can be a different video for another time. But I didn't know three people on this list. When I had first read this list, there were three people that I had never heard of in my entire life. And if you guys get the joke on where I was going to, I'm pretty sure it's all three of the women, right? Doechii, Callie, and Ken the Man. I don't think I've ever heard any of them. I don't think I've ever heard any of their music. Um, from what I've heard, I listen to a lot of people talk about these guys. I I was gonna make this video kind of early, but it really wasn't gonna be that crazy of a video anyways, because I don't know too much about these guys. So I figured I'd do a little research, and apparently, Doechii, they say that she makes good music, but Callie and Ken the Man are your stereotypical, you know what I'm saying, pop pussy, get money type things, you know what I'm saying? Not to be a hater, but you know what I'm saying. That's not for players like us over here. So yeah, all three of the women on this list, I had no idea who they were. Not surprised. You guys probably didn't either, unless you keep up with hip hop more than me. Even as much as I keep up with hip hop, I don't really keep up with the newer guys, younger guys, whatever. So that was the first tier, which was like the people I'd never heard of before. This second tier is going to be names that I've heard, but I do not know or recognize or affiliate a sound with these people, right? Um, I guess we'll start with Babyface Ray because he's the one I probably know the least amount about. I've seen the name, probably a couple features. I couldn't tell you where he's from, couldn't tell you what type of music he makes, couldn't recognize his voice, don't even know if I've heard it. Now, I think that's the same situation with Nardo Wick. Now, this is not to be disrespectful. It's just some of this. It's not my type of music. I just, I take my time, and maybe I'm underestimating these guys, and I'll really like it. But from what I know, yeah, I just, I stay away from a lot of stuff until I take my time to look at it, and I've been taking my time to look at Nardo Wick. Nardo Wick, he has built a name for himself in the recent times. He's building a pretty big name. He's probably got some pretty good features. Matter of fact, we can check his Spotify. Sorry for the all caps, yeah, Future, Lil Baby, G Herbo, Lil Durk. Like, oh, I've heard this. I ain't listened to it, but I've heard it. Outside of that, he's got all these songs by himself in the top 10. It's looking pretty good. He's at 4.7 right now. What does this say? 4.7? Okay. This came out 4 days ago. The next name I'll get to here. I guess I'm a little bit more familiar with these next guys. Um, Start with Big Scar because I don't inherently know Big Scar or his voice, but I recognize the name. I think he's a guy who hangs around or in Memphis. Probably bangs with them boys out there. I'm a little familiar with the Memphis scene on the surface. Not really. I like the gangster music. I just don't like participate in it like I used to. Like, back when Chicago and all that was popping, I was real huge into the street rap, but I just haven't been there since. And the last name we have on this tier of, because I don't know any of the artists. This tier is I recognize the names but don't know their voices or nothing. And that's KC. I think I know KC works with Kanye. And I really don't know anything besides that, but I've heard some pretty good praise around KC. And this will lead me to the last tier. Now, oh, I lied. There's actually one person I need to bring up, which you guys are probably wondering why you haven't heard about this person yet, because you can notice I'm going from least knowledgeable to most knowledgeable, but it is Saucy Santana. Obviously, like I said, that's not music for us players, but I understand that there are, I can't even say what I want to say. I mean, I guess I can because there's nothing bad with what I want to say, because there are groups of people that cater to that music, that want to hear that music. And that's perfectly okay, but I haven't really heard Saucy Santana, but I know what Saucy Santana's lane is, and yeah, I mean Spotify, you know what they want to do. They want to get their fresh share each. Ugh. I didn't want to let the yawn out loud, but it got me that time. You know, Double XL, they want to get their each part of the crop. You know what I'm saying? Get a little part of each. Uh, how do I say? Group. You know what I'm saying? To be politically correct, so to speak. And Sauce Santana, maybe not a bad pick. Kind of actually heard about the name before the list, but it's definitely something I, and probably presumably a lot of other hip hop fans wouldn't listen to, especially the hip hop heads. Now I know a lot of hip hop heads don't take Double XL that credible anymore, but we'll move on to the last tier. So the last tier are, I've heard a song or two by these people, um, recognize their voice, have optimism to listen to them outside of hearing good things. I guess I'll start with his first name because I'm not sure if I'm optimistic to listen to him, but I've heard good things about him and I've heard music from him and it wasn't bad, but I don't vividly remember it, and it was Baby Tron. Now, a lot of the people that I associate with the listeners of Babytron are pretty cringy, so it's gonna be kind of a hard pill to swallow when I get to the bottle of capsules. But I will say a lot of people are putting respect on his name, and I'll respect it. But I'm a little worried. But I've heard nice things. Might as well go to sleep after this one, man. Next, I'm gonna bring up Big 30. Now, Big 30, this is where I actually get to, like, I don't want to sound bandwagonish and shit, but I'm just keeping it real with y'all. This is around the time of the list where I can start, like, actually confidently saying I like these guys. Um, I've probably never listened to a Big 30 song by himself, but I've heard him on features, especially with Pooh Shiesty. I was banging a lot of Pooh Shiesty last year. Pooh Shiesty, he gets a bad rap for making street rap. Oh, a lot of his songs sound the same. And I think he's got a handful of pretty fucking good bangers. So if you're not closed minded to listen to Pooh Shiesty, I give that Shiesty season, especially the deluxe. Give that a listen. I thought it was pretty good. And I think Big 30. I go ahead and check on Big 30 real quick, cause Big 30. I I actually like what I've heard from Big 30 a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I see he's got a lot of features in his most popular songs. And I guess it's okay for him. But, he's got 1.6 million listeners. I think he's fine. I don't know what date this came out in, but this looks like he's doing a little bit better than I expect. Okay. He do got a lot of features on here. 4, 5, 6, 7 solo songs out of 16. Out of 15, I'm not the one to judge. I know if I made music, I wouldn't be the best at making solo songs all the time. Because if you've never tried to write music before, and I've never tried professionally, so don't put me on a pedestal. But if you've tried to write music before, you do. Look at that ring. You do understand how hard it is. It can be to write songs, especially when like each of them are stretching about 3 minutes long. All that, yeah. I don't want to hate a player on his game, but I just maybe there might be a little bankrupt creativity going on. I'm sorry I keep yawning. This is fucking terrible. But gotta get back to this list. Next we have Code Cheese, right? Now this is gonna sound corny, but I'm just keeping it real with you guys, especially because don't know a lot of this music, not hella familiar with it, but I play a 2K22, and depending on what my YouTube channel looks like, you guys might be able to see some of those videos still. Probably not of 22, mostly of 21, but um, sometimes I'll hear a banger on there. Maybe he's got a couple different songs. I Shazam that shit. You know what I'm saying? Put the phone up to the TV, try to figure out what song to play. And it playing some cold cheese, man. And you know what I'm saying? People talking about the knockoff Cardi. Hey, the type of person I am, I don't care if you make the same song 100 times. If that song you made 100 times was great, I think it's gonna be great each time. You might get tired of it. Don't wear yourself out. So personally, um, I haven't heard too much from Cochise, but from what I have heard, I like. Let me see what this is real quick, cause I remember I've heard this one. Yeah, this beat go. Okay. Come and get your girl. She be trying to flirt. It's hot, baby. Yeah, no, I can definitely rock with this shit. 5.7. It's pretty good. Is he the most popular? Yep. Maybe I'll have to start there. And then the last name on the list, most popular, or clearly not. He's fourth on the list, but the one that I'm most familiar with is SoFago. Now, SoFago, I haven't listened to too many songs by SoFago. Obviously, we know the Big Knock Knock. That was a huge hit on TikTok. Um, you know, I've heard a lot about SoFago. Oh, the Pink tape, or Before Pink. See, I need to listen to this. I need to listen to all of this. I hear about like some of the older stuff he did. I'll probably go listen to that sometime. Rap Runners, I hear about all the great shit Fago's done, and I'm actually pretty excited. Personally, when you look at the guys like, SSG Kobe, Summers, Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, Summers, Autumn, Slum Sixes, this little whole universe they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these guys, like, you really, like. And there's a lot of people who have already rushed and listened to all these songs, and it really don't matter, But to me, this shit's very exciting. It's very exciting, honestly. Knowing that and it's cool because a lot of these guys fuck with each other. I know about the whole Jace just snitched and whatever, so a lot of people are divided on him. I know a lot of people don't really care that he snitched, but I know the rappers themselves, they are not fucking with it. They know it's a whole PR thing. But yeah, Ken Carson, it's the whole thing. Like Uno, Can, like I'm very excited for these guys' future. But I'll probably leave it at that. This episode was a lot longer than I intended it to be. I just wanted to, you know, talk about this, come back to this a later day, so I can be like, wow, I was ignorant. I didn't know none of that, blah, blah, blah. But, I just want to put my thoughts out there, let it be known. I mean, honestly, if I had to make some predictions, the most successful on this list, I mean, I guess it depends for the future because, right now, it looks like Cochise had the most listeners before the double XL cosign, but is 2K help? I mean, I know Coach Cheese has a real fan base, but Nardo Wick, he's been reaching to some of the niggas in the streets. So is he really hitting? I'd probably say everybody under here wouldn't be considered anybody's favorite artist. Maybe so Fago. Um, some guys are actually fucking with Baby. I know some people, man. Some people are really fucking with Baby Tron, y'all. I can't lie. I might not have the best appeal. So the guys in the comments, they're fucking with it. Baby Tron. I wonder if he knows by now. Crazy how the two best are the two least streamed. Interesting. Oh yeah, we can talk about Yeet. I actually really like Yeet a lot. I really wish he would have got onto the list, and we'll end this by saying this as well. So I don't necessarily think Yeet was snubbed because I agree with probably the general reasonable consensus is that if Yeet wanted to be on this list, he would have been on here. I do believe if Yeet said yes, they would have kept SoFago on here. So I don't think it's a pick and choose type of thing. Even though, because personally, me, this might be one dimensional, and I see some guys in the comment section because I had already looked at this. Like, yeah, people want 2016 every year, and I don't agree with that. Even though a lot of people act like that, I don't agree with that at all. Because let's say you make this list. You know what I'm saying? You put Yeet. You already got Fago. You got Autumn, Jace. Some of the stuff. I got you guys right here. Check this out. I don't really care for these guys too much, even though I still follow them. Shit, what the fuck is their shit called? Hold up, y'all. Give me 1 second. Y'all, this might look a little weird, but this is my rap account on Instagram, and I know I follow him on here. I didn't realize how many damn people I followed on here. Hopefully I didn't already pass it. Okay, here we go. We got, okay. I can put you guys on Instagram pages as well. Personally, wait, I don't follow this thing. Okay, because personally, I'm a YouTube type of guy. I like watching videos. I like just chilling. But at the same time, when I don't want to watch a video, if I'm just out and about, I will like to scroll the Instagram feed. It's the only thing I do. I do. Fantastic. That's my boy. That's another goat up there with the hip hop numbers. I follow Casey. That's actually strange. Is this thing not gonna pop up? Like, do they not exist? I feel like I'm wasting time. You know what? He might have changed his name, and that's why I'm tripping. It's probably. It's underground sound, y'all. Okay, here we go. Like the Drake album, I listened to that. I only listened to Certified Lover Boy once when it came out. Which, will I say it out loud, Certified Lover Boy is probably actually the last album I listened to when it came out. Okay, here we go. Fix the double XL list. They gotta do my nigga Big 30. That's crazy. See, look. Niggas just made a hyperpop version. Okay, so look. This is what I'm trying to get to, right? This is the real double XL freshman list, right? Baby Tron, Cochise, all these guys. Imagine if this was actually the list, right? Hold on for a second, because I know a lot of you already don't like this, but just listen to me. Imagine if this was the list for a second. Self Fago, Cash Dami, Ken Carson, Slump Sixes, Autumn, Churroman, Destroy Lonely, Baby Santana, Yeet, and Midwest. Now, Midwest actually probably should have been on the list. I think he's probably one of the most talented guys in the game. But let's say this was a list instead. How much press do you guys think the list would have got? Okay. I know a lot of these guys have the same type of sound. They're in the same field and shit. Even though, Midwest is different from Yeet. But, you know, think about it. This would have been fucking insane. It might even been better than 2016. Not from a musical standpoint. think about the music scene that's going on right now. I'm gonna leave it on that note. I'm gonna try to make videos every Saturday for you guys. I want you guys to keep this topic in mind because this will lead us into the next week's conversation. But you guys know, I'll say it out loud, but this might have been the best class of all time. Not off base of lyricism or music, but just because they have a whole scene. They put the scene together for them. Like, they, let's look at 2016 real quick. Because what y'all need to understand is look, Anderson .Paak, great. 21 Savage, I think overrated, but he can still make great music. Kodak's made great music. G Herbo's made great music. Uzi's made great music. I can't say the same for Lil Dicky. Yachty's made great music. Designers made good music. Joyner's made great music. Denzel's made great music. This is a collective, okay? This isn't like cohesive. Anderson .Paak is way different from Yachty, who's way different from Dicky, who's way different from Joyner, who's way different from Denzel, who's way different than G Herbo. Okay? I understand you don't want the whole same list. I respect that. I'm not saying all these guys are completely alike neither, because I know Midwest's sound is different from Yeats, which Yeats is different from Autumn's. Autumn is different than Ken Carson. Because you got R&B, you got a little rage, you got the crazy production, you got the hyper pop. I understand. So Fago's hella melodic. But all these guys, Fago, he's probably made a song with Lonely. He's probably made a song with Yeet and Carson already. Maybe even Slump Six in Autumn. Midwest. Like, these guys are so interlocked. They should have put more of these type of guys on the list. I'm not asking for a list like this. They just should have put more of these type of guys on there. But I'm going to get off here with that being said. Remember this topic for next week. I'm going to try to upload every Saturday because we got a good conversation for next week. Something I'm very educated on. So yeah, thanks for tuning in and peace out.